Greetings and welcome to Dusk and Dawn Minecraft edition. Even that way around, or if it's phrasing it's a bit different to normal, but there we go. So today I wanted to show off a couple of things that we've been doing. Well, I've been doing off camera. You may notice the roofing, it goes all the way back. I've left a strip here just to show off how it's been done. But that is not the only thing. The frame rate's a bit low today for some reason. I'm not sure why. Anyway, the entire floor has been lowered by one by recommendation from the Discord chat and also the previous video as well. So I need to come in here at some point and lower all of this by 1 square. Now, lowering the floor won't be a problem. And I'm wondering if I should lower these. You know, put the effort into learning to connect them up. I think maybe not. This should be fine if I lower the floor in here. But I am definitely going to have to lower this machinery. This machinery is 1 or 2 tiles too high now. For the most part, 1. For example, getting to that chest is now doable. Just a little bit on the hard side. There's still some cobble in there, which means you've still got stone in there. We're still processing you. Yes, look at all the stuff we've got. I put a load of sand in there for some glass and stuff as well. So we have a few little bits around. Mostly I have lowered this floor by 2 as well. So this floor's been lowered by 1. And the floor down there has been lowered by 2, which exposes a whole bunch of ores. And as you can see, the game kind of hates me. First of all, that thing there. It appeared when I was lowering the floor by 2 squares. And then, as I got to the end, that pair. Also, it's not a door yet, but there's going to be a door over here. Because, if I open it up at 1 second, yeah, chasm. So we'll be sealing that up for now. Do I not have any normal stone on me? Seriously? Well, fine. We'll use the bricks. They look prettier anyway. There we go. So they're noting where a door is going to be, going into the chasm, and I want to have a nice staircase going down into the chasm itself and light the whole place up as well. The chasm is 2 squares below this section of the floor as well. I've made sure it's 2 to 3 blocks deep all the way across here. Still there, but we still have to deal with those buggers there. Before we do those, because I want to do those near the end of the episode so you guys have some fun near the end. Also, a way to keep you guys around for longer. We're going to be doing this strip here. I want to make sure this strip has been done so you can see how I've done all the roof. I kind of like how the roof's been done. I'm not sure about that. It's a darker colour. I'm not overly sure if it should stay. There's not many of them. I think I've got rid of most. I think I'm going to use 1, maybe 2. Did I use 1, maybe 2? It is looking like I used only 1 of those in the entire build. Yeah. So let me know if you think that should stay or if it should go. If it should stay, I'll put more in to sort of spin around a little bit. If it should go, I'll get rid of it and replace it with something else. But it is a... I think it's polished andesite, maybe. I'm not quite sure. I think it's polished andesite in a chisel. But anyway, let's use a brew. Shut up, we already talked about you, Chasm. Oh, so needy, isn't it? Alright, so we come up here, we get up to here, and we can see our pig ooze up here somewhere. Now, a lot of this roof is going to come down, sort of here-ish. It's going to come away as I make a staircase. And these lamps I've got on rocks, some of these are going to come down as well to make room for the stairs to come through. But I want to get the entire roof done and then sort of dig out that piece rather than trying to leave a gap and guess what it's going to be. As for the walls, well, I just right-clicked and didn't fall out. This guy good. The idea is over here, like I said before, it's going to have a platform roughly that height over there with witchery stuff, and I don't know what's going to be over here yet. Witchery and something on the same like magical lines if possible. I'm not quite sure which mod will be the best for that. If you have a suggestion for a mod pack for me to look into, I will look into it. Second thing is over here, it wants to be power generation and smelting there, with all the power generation and things that are smelting. And over here, well, there's some nice surprising stuff in there from the Master Overdrive mod, which I'm really looking forward to playing with. So we're going to be doing that. But for now, we're going to start off with just placing this bit of roofing in. Because I figured it'd be nice, sort of, so that you see what I've been working with. We also have copper ore there. We have a lot of copper ore right now, so I'm not too bothered about covering that up. So let's start with that. Boop, boop. Let's put a block of those in. So we got, and then we just put, and we want it to be mostly these bricks, because these bricks make up like the foundation of most of the roof. The idea being, this is what they actually wanted to build it in, and then it's sort of like decayed over the years or whatever. I think generally a lot of people call it ruining in Minecraft, but I don't know if it's really ruining as much as the artist decided to put a bit of texture in, maybe. Although it does in some places look a bit ruinedy. Only if you have gaps in it. I don't have any gaps in it. So let's do that. So it's just possibly putting down these blocks in a lot of places, and in some places, making big areas of it like that. And in other areas, leaving small to medium-sized holes. So let's do that. There's a lot of really up-close work as well. And the broom, by the way, making this a lot easier than it could have been if I had to use scaffolding blocks. Because scaffolding blocks were doing a pain to do with this. Let's do that, and then just a square there. Blocking my head nearly. Let's do a little island this time around. Let's put you there, you there, you there, and then let's put. Who are you? You're tin ore. I'm not sure how much tin I have available. Let's say harvest that tin, shall we? Thank you. Thank you. Aha! See, I like hearing that sound effect. At least you know it went into your inventory. All right. So let's do drop down a little bit. Let's do a little island here. Let's do you, and we'll go boop 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 like that, and leave that one square in the middle. Maybe 4 squares. No, too many. Dig that one up. Do 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 do. Thank you. So we've got them 4 squares there, and they'll make a little island, right? In the middle? Yeah, and let's fill the edges up because it will be kind of... Oops, wrong one. It'll be kind of weird to have an island that's 2 wide on the sides and 1 wide on the end. Let's see, 1 gap there, boom, boom. And then that side. There's actually a couple of little islands like this in the roofing as well. Not the misses that big, but there are a couple around. I'll probably spot one out. If I spot one, I'll show you it. But anyway, we come over, and we come to you, boop, boop. And you can have little small blocks of it, you can have big blocks of it. It doesn't really matter as long as you don't do way too much in one big go. Let's see there. I think an L shape would be fine. There we go. And you leave that gap in, yeah, I'm happy with that gap. Just a single one here will do, and there's 2 singles there. See, nice and simple. Let's see, leave you with a. Let's leave it like a U shape. I feel like little patterns sometimes are useful to have around. Let's dig that up to there. I feel would be nice. So I'm just making up random patterns in the actual in the shaping of the brick, so it looks a little bit less, just like chunks of it. Because if you just did it in one big solid texture, it would look a bit horrible. And that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, is this horrible looking mess of brick, of like a solid big colour. Because that's what I've tried to avoid a lot of the times, is just the tendency to go, you know what, I'm going to place down this material there because it looks good. Oh, and I'll make this material everywhere. Now, if we come down and we take a look at the roof from below, we can see it's got all these holes in it. No, all these holes. And it looks horrible. That's why we have these different bricks types. Am I missing anything on that bar? Let's see. Nope. All the bricks we're going to be using are all there. A lot of these are marble based, and I've had to use marble because the marble and stone make these nice colours. But most of the stone bricks come out that darker colour, which honestly makes the roof look quite dark. The whole point of this was to make the roof look quite bright. So let's get started. We put that in there, switch to that one, switch to that one, switch to that one, and switch to that one. So those kind of our new textures we have to place in. So place one there. And you can place them in any random order, and even close switch over if you can. Sometimes even like side by side, they'll look pretty good together sometimes as well. Just don't overdo patches of them. That's the same rule as before. Put that one in there. I do like this one though. This one looks like that. It's like a square with no squares around it. It's also very cheap. It's actually just polished stone, whereas these are marble. So like I said, the marble's kind of expensive. Also, don't put little block drops. It's kind of weird. Thank you. And there we go. Alright, so switch. Let's put some diorite in there because everybody, and I mean everybody, likes a bit of diorite in their base, don't they? No? Well, isn't that a shame? Direct, so very nice material. Let's put one there as well. Switch to them ones. Right, now we have this big, an island one. So this we want to have. I feel like these actually be really good in like the corners of the island. And then we go with these on every one of the end ones. And then we'll do the these little 4 square ones in the edges. And chances are you won't even notice it in the future anyway. But it's still, we know it's there. People who watch this episode will know the roofing's been done specially. And other people will just go, oh, the roof there. And that's fine. Because we know. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Let's put the little square ones in there. I like the little square ones to go in little blocks together. And a bit of dye right there. Yeah, a bit of dye right there. And we're almost at the end. So the roofing doesn't take too long to do. Thank you. Every time I move, I'm hovering, and this bobs up and down. It kind of annoys me. Also, living entities in airspace, prepare for multiple impacts. That'll be the putty cats. They do tend to land around. I've not actually seen them for a long while. I think the meteor shield keeps them away. It could also be because I'm spending a lot of time inside, which probably doesn't help the situation. Okay, almost done. I can hear the zombos outside. They're waking up. I did sleep just before recording, so there should be time for them to wake up. Any more holes in that? No. And then just these last couple of holes here. So let's put you there, you there, there, and there. Oh, I missed one. Boop. Okay, the roof is now complete. If we fly down to the bottom and look up, the roof is complete. Apart from you. There you go. So actually, looking at it, that little block there, I actually did use one over there. So there are 2 of those in the roof. So let me know what you think if they're too dark to stay in or whether I should leave them in or not. But it's interesting. Anyway, that's the roofing done. And I think it does create a nice pattern. You can see it's mostly normal stone brick. But there are a fair amount of marble and other bits in there just to blow it off. The plan is to have like a rim running around the edge like that. To sort of show off so the wall connects. Going around. I haven't done that piece yet because I want to remodel that wall for a minute, but that will have it going right around that piece as well, going all the way across there. Now the thing is, if they have witchery over here, I don't want this wall to be like that. Although it was planned to do all the walls like that, but I thought it'd be a bit plain as a palette to have the roof and the walls the same, which is why I stopped at that point. The plan now is build that ledge that's over there on this side for witchery, and then make this part look like a witchery thing with cobwebs maybe in one corner with the wood and stuff, and a lot of the witchery kind of things, and also the tools and machines for the witchery would go in there and would look like they belong there. The same would go for whatever's over there, which is why I can't do the wall anyway at the moment because I haven't got the materials to make it look like it's supposed to be there. That being said, over here. Power generation and smelting. Well, for the most part, we have the power generation and smelting, and they could be done in this stone. Okay, they could be done in this stone potentially, but I'm not sure. However, this stuff for the matter overdrive and I think for power generation as well, the flooring could definitely be made out of these sort of blocks. I'm thinking personally, some vents. Let's see, so a lot of these grey blocks for the floor with the different pattern ones, so those 3 basically. Maybe a trim of that. And little blocks in there, maybe like the engine coils and stuff, just to make it look a bit more futury. Yeah, we got a fair few of these sort of things that we can use on this to make the floor look pretty. But that is for the floor. Now, let's see, we got one more thing to do before we break the chance cubes. That would be drop out the game for 1 quick second. Okay, so I asked in the previous episode for these tools to be named. Now, currently they are a little bit on the tall side because I haven't lowered them yet. But I'll name them and then we'll lower them later on, and then I'll move the names with them. But I said we call this one the triplicator, and then we should have names for everything else. And I asked, and you guys came through. So the crush. Let's see what we have. We have. The crusher should be named something like the Squashinator or the Dusterizer. But it was also suggested that it could be called the DJ Crumbler. Because we have a DJ Crumble. There we go, the DJ Crumbler. Then we had the enrichment chamber, which we were told, it should be called. I don't think the names are going to fit because it seems that Triplicator and DJ Crumbler are getting a bit closer. But this one does say it should be called. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? The enrichment chamber should be the reservator, or something else. Maybe. Okay, so we'll do that for now, but we might change it. The rev. The reservator. Can we go away, please? Thank you. And then the energy smelter. No, don't open it. I want to place a sign on top of you. There we go. And the sign should be for the smelter itself should be called the how alternator. And there we go. We have a few of those. Let's see. That's a comment from there. And I'm just going to see one more video. And it was mentioned several times in both Discord and something else. The infuser, which I believe is that one. Aha. You should be called, and it's a kind of a weird long name, but in Infuse Merc in Infuser Face. Let's put an enter in there. It makes more sense to have that on 2 lines. It's so long name. Boop. We have to do that, and these over there actually line up properly. They line up properly. So Infusing with Confuser Face, right there. We have the Triplicator, the DJ Crumbler, the Rivers. I got to rename that one. I cannot even pronounce it. And the Hour Alternator. So there we go. Thank you, Miss Washington and Ranasian, for naming those. Put those back in there. Right, so yeah, so the plan for the floor is to replace it with them, and that'll be done probably next episode, maybe the episode after, I'm not quite sure yet. But I want to open those chance cubes now, and also I just alt-tabbed the game, which means my taskbar is now in front of the game. Ah! Game, why would you do that? There we go. I mean, you don't bother you, but it bothers the hell out of me. Okay, so let's go get the chance cube scanner, and where did I put it? The pendant. I think it's in a chest. Pendant. Need the pendant. Definitely need the pendant. Because they're in the base. Whee. But yeah, I don't want to use the pendant when opening chance cubes, but these are inside the base. If they were to like explode. Oh, hello. Have you met my friend? I haven't named him yet, but its temporary name is the Bye-Bye Gun. It's a big ass rifle, basically. And thank you for your own flesh. Oh, a friend with plants for ears. Why won't you die? Thank you, I like the helmet. Ooh. Thank you. I don't know what you keep giving me, but you give me something. What was it you gave me? Oh, you give me an Osby helmet. How nice. Well, you're happy to shoot at something. Luckily, it's not me. Haha. Right.
Good.
Damn it, game. There's a little bit of lag every so often where I go into a door, I press the shift to drop off my broom, and it jumps back, and I'd end up falling off of a ledge or something. It's kind of annoying actually when it happens. But we have that. We have. Oh yeah, I want that. But
would you come over here?
Thank you. I mean, all right. I have now. The robots are annoying, but luckily I can't hear them below. Right, we've got the chance cube scanner, which is the most important part of this journey. because I want to make sure that if we're activating these, how bad would the damage have been? Let's put it that way. So, how bad would the damage have been? This is a 27, so not too bad, but not the best in the world. A chance pin at 77, so it's not too bad with a 77. Okay, here we go. Hang on. Get the gun there. Did anything happen? I've had that a few times recently where nothing spawns. Whoop! Well, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know what? It's potentially a good thing, but there's a hole in my roof right now. Does it go all the way through? Also, does that mean there's more on top of my base now? It looks like there's a hole up there, doesn't it? Torches. Can I get a torch up there? No, basically. Well, that's the wall. Wow. Okay. I can't get up to that. There's no way to fill that in. Okay. Well, we can plot that by putting. There we go. There's a torch above there, so the torch will stop any bad stuff from appearing in there. That's important because when I was doing this roof, at least 2 places, there must have been like a 2 tall, 1 wide square, and androids formed in them, and I had to dig through the roof to get to them. It was annoying. All right, well that's 2 done. Well, 1 done, sorry. And we got what did we get? It was an emerald, a block of diamond. I'm sorry, but there's no way in hell I'm risking a block of diamond to being blown up. So let's just go over here, and we'll place that block of diamond in this chest here. It is now safe because, yeah, block of diamond. Okay, now these guys, you're a 1. A 1. Breaking that under the storage and the smelters is a 1. I am glad I have the pendant for that. Geez, what about the other one? -18. -18. I just want to say, I would be terrified to break these without the pendant, and I'm still terrified to break that one with the pendant. Oh, okay. We'll do that one first and pray it breaks that one by accident. Hi, Glenn! How are you doing? Bye, Glenn! Alright, so we got a zombie from that one, and that one wasn't the worst one, so here we go. Please, nothing major. Don't blow up my base. It's a potato! It is a potato. I'm still expecting it to explode. It's a tuberous flux capacitor. Sends and receives. Activate to charge held items must remain in hotbar. Use while seeking to add. What? Clever but not rechargeable. What? What? It's a flux capacitor. It has a charge of 32 RF, 32,000 RF. It can send and receive 160 RF, but it's sending but not receiving. To activate to charge held items, must remain in hotbar. Use while sneaking to activate. Clever but not rechargeable. Not rechargeable. So is it like a recharge for like my rifle and pistol? Because that's kind of cool, but I don't need them. I got high capacity batteries in them, so and they last. Oh my god, they last forever. These are amazing batteries. Since they put the batteries in them, I've very rarely have to recharge them. But that means my diamond block can come out of there, and it can go into its diamond storage. We have a little bit of diamond storage. In fact, we currently have 12 diamonds. And they can go in storage. Boop. 21 diamonds. Look at that. How are we doing well? I'm going to put the potato in here. Just makes sense. All the Android stuff and replicators and stuff. We're going to have some fun with those. I also want to set up a transport, which we don't have here, but they do exist. I want to set one up and have it set to transport me to the other guys' bases, so we don't have to travel that far. We can just jump to the other bases. Let's put you in here. That one and that one, so we know where they are. But we might sort of valuable things I want to keep safe in here. And my stuff in here that's important for other things. I'll be moving them later on. They're just there because it's just like extra storage I don't have to worry about. Okay, well, they weren't as bad as they could have been. Also, that looks like it's a... Yeah, okay, that needs lighting. That needs lighting. I don't want to have a zombie horde in my base. As much as zombie hordes aren't the worst, you know. You could have a flamethrower to fix that. But there we go. The base is coming on nicely. The roof's done. So that was like the big thing to do first. One of the reasons is I want to sort of break these if possible and see what level we have. I still really need to light the ground up, now we know that. But I'll probably get away with that. Yeah, with just like wall lighting maybe, depending on how far out these are made. But for now, we're looking pretty good. And also we have some lights on the edge there, but we're going to be doing stuff with that. So there we go. So, I saw something floating there. So, these all just have a lot of crap in them right now, which is why I need to up the storage system and actually build it. So the plan, let me know what you think of this plan. The plan is, I might have already mentioned it a few billion times, to have, like, up here, a little room, stairs come down that way, room here, stairs come down that way, so they come down either side, they'll meet at the back end of here, and then they'll go around and they'll come together, and then stairs will go from there down towards me. So hopefully the stairs will end about halfway across the room, maybe a bit further, but ideally halfway would be fine, unless I can do it in one big long run, but I don't think I can do that. With the angle that you need to have and everything else, I don't think it's possible to do it in one. I think you have to have like a turn halfway down. At the end here, this entire sort of section will be storage systems. So all that little bit of storage there is going to go up to the roof. Be all of this maybe with a controller at the bottom first to get access to, and then obviously the door to the chasm, which will be our access to the mines, and everything else. Over here, I want to have Zuran's base altar. The reason for that is I want to, because Zuran give us the power and stuff, it makes sense that Zuran would have the power directly underneath it. Makes sense. Also, for the planning, these areas where the altars will be are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep. And then roughly half the length of the building. So they have quite a large area, and they can spill out into the middle piece if they need to. So they got a largest area for altars and stuff. That's going to hopefully look really nice. Altars building will begin very shortly. Over this side, I'm thinking we put Miriam over here. The reason for Miriam over here is it's actually directly below the old altar, which I was told by Miriam was inadequate. And also, it's also near that big tree I want to aim towards at some point, so there we go. On this corner, I want to have... Why is there a spawnable point there? I went around this place earlier and I made sure there was no spawnable points, and I haven't done anything. There was a chance cube there, wasn't there? Ah, that's why. They give off their own bit of light, which is why you probably don't realise sometimes. Anyway, over here is going to be Dunos's area. Again, I don't know what the area is going to be above Dunos's area, but above Witchery, above Miriam's. And Dunos's area will have something above that. Hey, Dunos, if you're listening, what area would you like above your area? So, power generation and replication is kind of over where Zuran was, because that's what Zuran sort of worked on for us. If we do Witchery with Miriam's help, maybe. Hey, Miriam. Just saying, maybe, possibly. That's a plan. And Dunos. Right, so Miriam and Dunos areas. Maybe something, maybe open computers, maybe? Or Witchery. There's a lot of mods, but if you two can let me know which one you prefer above your area, I can put the thing above your actual area that you might be interested in me working on in the future for your things. But that's just that. That's all fine. This corner over here, I'm kind of wanting to leave it a little bit special. Either a little projects area, or what I was thinking maybe is a little sort of Patreon thank you area where I build little things for each of the Patreons in there, just like a little statue or something. Not too big because there's not too much room for each one, but with like maybe a sign and maybe an item that's been renamed in there with the person's name, so I can put it into a picture frame. I don't know, something like that. I was also thinking putting that around the storage system, but depends how it fits best. A dedicated area or wrapped around the storage area. I'm thinking wrapped around the storage area would be nice because it'd be sort of in the view all the time. But anyway, that's the plans. Let me know what you think of the base so far. I think the roofing looks pretty good. I've never really done the stylized. Let's fly up there; it's easier. I've never really done sort of the stylized roofing and walls and stuff before, so I want to do that because these plain walls are just that. They are plain and they are boring, and I kind of like doing the pattern. So the plan will be when we do these edges, whatever we build in the area, we'll start it to look like it belongs with that area, and it will be sort of a randomish pattern. It won't be just a constant block of stone. But anyway, that's kind of the plan. And even if I break this, will it be able to be reassembled? Because it's a multi-part piece, and it's one over the ground now, which is annoying. But anyway, next episode will be probably starting off the storage removal or the flooring in here, because I need this storage to be gone to do the replicators. I want to do the replicators sooner rather than later. But anyway, that is all we have time for today. Until next time. Really? Until next, I want to talk about this actually. Next episode, so remind me about that. I will do. But until next time, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Surrounded on a ship of fools, sail away across the water, set the pace, and discover every ocean there.